Hey everybody, it's Uncle Mike. Welcome to Baseball 2024. We've already had our first baseball game on Saturday. Wasn't great. We're going to talk to Coach Tom about it in our Coach's Corner. Very first one, we're going to do one every Monday from here on out, unless we have ball games on Mondays, and then we'll have to make a change. So we're going to talk to Coach Tom. We're going to get to know him a little bit. This is his second year with the Bayhawks. Had a really successful year last year. Looking for more out of his team this year. Also, make sure you join us for all of our updates. Got games being played. We'll be playing games Wednesday this week, Friday this week, and Saturday this week. Friday and Saturday will not be broadcast. We're going to Arizona, so I apologize for that. But make sure you get the recaps. We'll do recaps on Monday. All right, stay tuned for the very first Coach's Corner. All right, it's Uncle Mike, and we are live in the dugout on the third base side right here at Bayhawk Park, as Coach Tom likes to call it. Coach, I'm really glad to be with you this season. It's going to be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing Coach's Corner with Coach Leonard, and we're really excited to do Coach's Corner with you. Are you ready?
I'm ready. But first off, I'd like to say thanks to you and Brock for streaming our games last year and then doing it again this year. It's something that I think is a big plus for what we're trying to do here at Bellingham High School Baseball.
You're welcome. We love doing it. It's been a lot of fun. It's become kind of crazy, getting all the boys and stuff together like we did right before we come in here to talk to you.
Right.
A lot of spots and stuff.
Right.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Let's see. I don't know. I don't want to bore anybody to death too much. Lived in Bellingham or Whatcom County since 1992. I have 4 wonderful children. Youngest is graduating this year from Squalicum. I have a beautiful bride that I lost a couple of years ago to cancer. We had 27 wonderful years together, and unfortunately we got cut a little bit short. But got 4 wonderful kids out of the deal, and they keep me going.
Baseball-wise, tell us a little bit about your baseball background. I know you've been around a long time. I've known you for a long time. Coach Leonard introduced us many years ago. I know you're a baseball hound, just like I am. Let's talk a little bit about your baseball career.
Sure. Played 4 years of high school ball. Had the opportunity to play collegiately at the JC level. Mistakenly, I passed. Regret that every day since. But took a bit of a turn after that. I coached for 4 years at my previous high school that I attended. Took a couple years off after that when my wife and I started a family. As the kids grew, I got into coaching the rec level, the Cal Ripken level, the middle school level, that sort of thing. Finally, a couple years ago, I got a call from Grady Twait saying he needed an assistant head coach and a head JV coach, and I jumped at the opportunity. So I'm back in at full swing, and I absolutely love every minute of it.
Why don't you, we're going to talk a little bit about your coaches, and we'll do that probably at the next Coach's Corner. But talk a little bit about your team last year, and then let's talk a little bit about your team this year.
Sure. Last year we finished the season, including playoffs, 8-14, which was not quite as good as I had hoped, but it was an improvement from the previous year and years for that matter. Won our first playoff game, and we don't know how long because it's been quite a while here. Have a lot of kids coming back from that team this year, so obviously our expectations are higher this year than they were last year. We're pretty senior heavy this year. I think we have 5 seniors in our starting lineup right now. So we're excited about where things can go this year, and we've got our goals set pretty high, but I think attainable.
Yeah.
I think attainable.
So very first ball game Saturday. It was windier than I've ever seen it out here. If you watch the game, you heard me complain about it a lot during the game. Rained, almost every type of weather we could have except for snow, but you've been practicing in the snow,
Yep.
So you've been getting pretty good with that.
Yep.
Tell me how things went on Saturday.
Well, obviously we didn't get the results that we had hoped for initially when we took the field Saturday afternoon. I thought the guys going into after our last practice Friday evening, The guys had really great energy. We played some mistake-free defense in practice, and unfortunately that didn't quite translate to our game on Saturday. Then we had a pretty serious injury that probably derailed us more than anything else. Although I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for us. It still should have been a much more competitive game than it was.
So 13-3 loss against LC. Non-league game, get the bugs out and kind of put everything together. Things get a little more started on Wednesday, travel to Marysville, Friday out to Mount Baker, and then Saturday home against Chiefs South.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's just really quick recap. Alden Scott was the athlete that got hurt.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about how he's doing.
Alden's doing probably as well as he can possibly be considering the circumstances. Had an opportunity to see him today at practice. He's in good spirits. We still don't know a complete diagnosis yet, but hopefully by the end of this week we'll have something firm and possibly a return timetable as well.
Yeah, great kid. I mean, I was talking to him during practice, and just amazing to me to see how upbeat he is. So, and I was really impressed with how close your team is already, with an athlete like him getting hurt. Just everybody coming together there on Saturday, wanting to be a part of, just making sure that he was all right.
Absolutely, and we are a really close team, and I think a lot of that is because these guys. It's pretty much the same group that was here last year. So they've had over a year to get to work with each other and get to know each other. And a lot of them play summer ball together. So there's, they just have, it's a good close knit group with a good mix of some characters and some serious guys out here. So they tend to look out for each other. I think they have each other's back. And now more than ever, we're going to need that from everybody to step up and give it a little bit more than maybe they originally planned to give this year.
So you had mostly sophomores in your infield.
Correct.
Right? So your third baseman, shortstop, second baseman were sophomores.
Correct.
Your catcher's a sophomore.
Correct.
You've got one senior lunkhead at first base.
Correct.
Yeah, and then your outfield is kind of a group of seniors and juniors.
It's actually all seniors.
All seniors.
All seniors.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So junior, not many.
Juniors, we have three juniors on the roster right now, but none of them are starters at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about Mount Baker. I know we start with Marysville Pilchuck.
I don't know a whole lot about Marysville Pilchuck. I know that they came up here last year for a non-league game 1 of the season, and we won 12-8, I believe was the final score. We didn't certainly play a super clean game. We definitely needed to be cleaner with the defense that day. I expect this year it will be better as far as that goes. But as far as what Marysville has returning, I'm not really sure. Yeah. We will get familiar with them though, because they will be a conference opponent for us starting in 2024 in the fall.
Right. So they're going to go to AA next year.
Correct.
Right. AAA this year.
I believe that is correct.
Right.
Yes.
Very good. Mount Baker on Friday out there at Mount Baker. Kind of the same crew of guys out there.
I believe so. I think they lost a couple of key guys to graduation last year. I think Brady West was their big dog last year. He since has moved on. He's playing ball at Sketch Valley Community College for Coach Twait. But I'm not. They're younger guys last year. The one thing that impressed me about Mount Baker more than anything else, and maybe even more than any other team we played last year, is those guys took whatever ability they had and they use it to the best of their potential. I really don't think that there was much quit in them. I know that they played the first 4 or 5 games they played last year. They lost all of them by 1 run, and it all happened at the end of the game. Right. So that tells me that while they may not have the most talent, they have the biggest hearts and the biggest desire to get out there, compete, and win.
Right. And then Chiefs South, I don't think we've played them in a while, right?
Last time well, I'm not sure when the last time the baseball programs have met up. I know that they met up this year in the football season. A lot of guys said they want a little bit of exact a little bit of revenge for a tough loss in football. So hopefully we can make that happen for the football players.
Yeah, that'd be great. So tell me what your strengths are. Are you a small ball guy? I mean, what do you like to do?
Well, we definitely are going to be a small ball program. We're going to have to, get the base hits, run the bases, play some bunts and that sort of thing to score some runs. We're gonna have to manufacture runs. We don't have a bunch of big boppers that can hit the ball out of the yard. And our field, the way our field is set up, the wind's blowing in pretty much every day. So to hit the ball out here is
it's kind of like playing a candlestick back in San Francisco, right?
Right, yeah. And we moved the fences in this year, so I still don't think it's going to have much of an impact on it.
Yeah, not gonna hurt the pitchers much.
No.
All right. We appreciate Coach Tom. We appreciate his time, and we really appreciate the great program that he's putting together here at Bellingham High School. Bayhawk baseball is back, and Bayhawk Park is where you want to be to watch a ball game. Check out the schedule. It's online, BellinghamHighSchool.com, or you can just watch it on MNB Network. This is Uncle Mike saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Coach's Corner.
Go Bayhawks!